what makes pirates such good singers?
I know what?
They can hit the high seas.
It's time for Children's Hour, Kids Public Radio.
I bring joy and a little bit of noise. It's what I bring to the table, bring to the table, bring to the table. Here's Falu.
I bring spice and all things nice. It's what I bring to the table, bring to the table, bring to the table. Hey, Fuge.
I bring soul and it never gets old. It's what I bring to the table, bring to the table, bring to the table.
All our different offerings bring their own shine. These are all the pieces to have a good time.
Raise your hands and sing. Hey, we all have a thing. Bring what you can bring. We'll have a good time. Raise your hands and sing. Hey, we all have a thing. Bring what you can bring. We'll have a good time.
I bring joy and a little bit of noise. It's what I bring to the table, bring to the table, bring to the table.
I bring spice and all things nice. It's what I bring to the table, bring to the table.
I bring soul, and it never gets old. It's what I bring to the table, bring to the table, bring to the table.
We bring different flavors, but sing the same song. Brothers and sisters, let's all sing along.
Raise your hands and sing.
Hey,
We all have a thing. Bring what you can bring. We'll have a good time. Raise your hands and sing. We all have a thing. Bring what you can bring. We'll have a good time.
Well, wait, what's going on?
it's the breakdown, Fuge.
It's my turn next.
Bring it, Falu.
I bring joy and a little bit of noise.
I bring spice and all things nice.
I bring soul, 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 and it never gets old.
Yeah.
It's what we bring to the table, bring to the table, bring to the table. Raise your hands and sing. Hey, we all have a thing. Bring what you can bring. We'll have a good time. Raise your hands and sing. Hey, we all have a thing. Bring what you can bring. We'll have a good time. We'll have a good time. We'll have a good time.
This episode was originally recorded in 2022. Joy, Spice, Soul. That's brand new from Lucy Kalantari and the Jazz Cats. On that is also Fuge and our guest, the Grammy winner for this year for Best Children's Release, Falu, who is with us today on the Children's Hour. We're so excited. Hello, it is the Children's Hour. I'm Katie Stone. I'm here with a whole lot of great kids on Zoom. Hello, kids.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
And who's with us today?
Hello, it's Cade. Hi, friends. It's Melissa.
Hi, it's Sonia. Hi, it's Ethan. Hi, it's Lily Mae. It's Soleil. Hi, it's Beth.
Hello, it's Amadeus.
Well, thank you all for being here, all of you listeners out in listener land and all these great kids on Zoom. Today on the Children's Hour, we have a Grammy winner, the winner of this year's Best Children's Release. It's Falu, and her release is called A Colorful World. And Falu is a beloved raga musician from India, and she is transforming Indian music with a brand new genre, children's music. She's also a performer who goes back 11 generations, and she's with us today on the Children's Hour right after her Grammy win. We're thrilled she's here. We cannot wait for you to meet her. But first, we want to play something for you just so you get a sense of what she sounds like. This is Falu right here on the Children's Hour.
My train goes up and down the river. My train goes up and down the river. Running on the track, running on the track. My train goes up and down the river. Choo-choo. My train goes round and round the mountain. My train goes round and round the mountain. Running on the track, running on the track. My train goes round and round the mountain. Choo-choo. My train goes down inside a tunnel. My train goes down inside a tunnel. Running on the track, running on the track. My train goes down inside a tunnel. Choo-choo. My train goes faster and faster. My train goes faster and faster. Running on the track, running on the track. My train goes faster and faster. Choo-choo.
This is the Children's Hour, and our guest today is Falu. Welcome to the Children's Hour.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being with us. The kids have a lot of questions for you. Let's go over to Sonia.
How many songs do you play? And what's your favorite?
In one album or just generally?
Generally.
Well, I practice every day, right? And I think I must have played at least 20,000 songs in my life.
What? Wait, you must have done much more. You have 2 kids' CDs that I know of. I bet you've done a lot more than that. Tell us more about what you did before you did kids' music.
So I was born and raised in India, and I grew up there, and I studied music since I was 3 years old, so pre-K. And every day I sang scales, sometimes melodic ragas, which are the Indian scales, sometimes just fun songs made for children in my language, Gujarati. And then, as I grew up, I started doing Indian classical music along with American pop rock music. So I drew freely from both, and then made my own genre called Indie Hindi, wherein the songs are in English, but they're always based on some kind of Indian ragas or melodic scales. And when I came to America, I got a great chance to learn songwriting. So I started writing my own songs, what I felt, the emotions that only music could express, and how I could say it with music and words rather than just speaking. So I started making music like that. And I have 3 or 4 albums for grown-ups before I released my children's album. You can check them on Spotify or any streaming services. One is called Falu, one is called Someday, one is called Forest Road, one is called Nearly Home. And the other two are, the children's albums are Colorful World and Falu's Bazaar.
We're going to play something off Forest Road. This is our guest, Falu, right here on the Children's Hour. Lots more coming up.
Hey, hori khele Raghubira, Awadh mein hori khele Raghubira.
Hori khele Raghubira, Awadh mein hori khele Raghubira.
Hori khele Raghubira, Awadh mein hori khele Raghubira. Hey, kekra haath kanak pichkari.
केकरा हाथे कनक पिचकारी.
अरे केकरा हाथे अबीरा, अवध में होरी खेले रघुबीरा.
रामा के हाथे कनक पिचकारी.
रामा के हाथे कनक पिचकारी.
लक्ष्मण के हाथे अबीरा, अवध में होरी खेले रघुबीरा.
होरी खेले रघुबीरा, अवध में होरी खेले रघुबीरा. होरी खेले रघुबीरा, अवध में होरी खेले रघुबीरा.
केकरा हाथे डफ सोहत है.
केकरा हाथे डफ सोहत है.
केकरा हाथे मजीरा, अवध में होरी खेले रघुबीरा.
रामा के हाय रामा के हाय 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 रामा के हाथे डफ सोहत है.
रामा के हाथे डफ सोहत है.
और लक्ष्मण के हाथे मजीरा, अवध में होरी खेले रघुबीरा. होरी खेले रघुबीरा, अवध में होरी खेले रघुबीरा. होरी खेले रघुबीरा, अवध में होरी खेले रघुबीरा. केकरा लटपट बाघ भींजत है.
केकरा लटपट पाग भींजत है.
केकरा भींजत चीरा, अवध में होरी खेले रघुबीरा.
रामा के लटपट पाग भींजत है.
अरे रामा के लटपट बाघ भींजत है.
सीता के भींजत चीरा, अवध में होरी खेले रघुबीरा.
होरी खेले रघुबीरा, अवध में होरी खेले रघुबीरा. होरी खेले रघुबीरा, अवध में होरी खेले रघुबीरा. होरी खेले रघुबीरा, अवध में
सीताराम चिट्ठी आई न पत्री आई आया ना टेलीग्राम रे सीताराम 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 चिट्ठी आई न पत्री आई आया ना टेलीग्राम रे बिरवा पर चढ़ी कागा बोले तुम रहे बालम कैसे भोले बिना पता की चिट्ठी डाली चिट्ठी यहाँ वहाँ है डोले बिरवा पर चढ़ी कागा बोले तुम रे बालम कैसे भोले बिना पता की चिट्ठी डाली चिट्ठी यहाँ वहाँ है डोले हो डोले हाँ डोले हे डोले 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 जैसे बिन गुठली के आम जैसे डोले राधे श्याम सीताराम 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 चिट्ठी आई ना पत्री आई आया ना टेलीग्राम रे स्याही प्रेम लिफाफा प्रेम ही था संदेशा डाकिया बाबू देख के बोला लेटर है ये कैसा प्रेम ही स्याही प्रेम लिफाफा प्रेम ही था संदेशा डाकिया बाबू देख के बोला लेटर है ये कैसा लिखने वाले को प्रणाम पढ़ने वाले के श्री राम सीताराम 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 चिट्ठी आई ना पत्री आई आया ना टेलीग्राम रे पता नहीं लिखने वाले की खता नहीं है आंख में आंसू गिर आए थे टपकी बूंदे कहीं कहीं है पता नहीं है पता नहीं लिखने वाले की खता नहीं है आंख में आंसू गिर आए थे टपकी बूंदे कहीं कहीं है प्रेमी होए जिनका नाम उनका उल्टा सीधा काम सीताराम 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 चिट्ठी आई ना पत्री आई आया ना टेलीग्राम रे बिरवा पर चढ़ी कागा बोले तुम रे बालम कैसे भोले बिना पता की चिट्ठी डाली चिट्ठी यहाँ वहाँ है डोले ओ डोले हे डोले 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 जैसे बिन गुठली के आम जैसे डोले राधे श्याम सीताराम 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 चिट्ठी आई ना पत्री आई आया ना टेलीग्राम रे सीताराम 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 चिट्ठी आई ना पत्री आई आया ना टेलीग्राम रे आया ना टेलीग्राम रे
This episode was originally recorded in 2022 when Falu won the Grammy for Best Children's Release.
You're listening to the Children's Hour, Kids Public Radio. We'll be right back.
The Children's Hour is supported by the New Mexico Department of Cultural Affairs, inviting visitors to the New Mexico Museum of Art Vladam Contemporary, nmartmuseum.org. Electric Playhouse supports the Children's Hour. Find your play at Electric Playhouse in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's fun for kids and adults who want to play like a kid again. electricplayhouse.com. The Children's Hour is supported by the New Mexico Humanities Council.
Some delicious dishes, different colors, different flavors, perfectly mixed. We'll make some delicious dishes.
Yummy, yummy in your tummy. These are Indian spices. Yummy, yummy in your tummy. These are Indian spices.
Haldi,
Turmeric,
namak,
salt,
jeera,
cumin,
mirchi,
chili,
raw Ajwain,
Garum,
Methi,
fenugreek,
Hing,
asafoetida,
Haldi, Namak, Jeera, Mirchi, Rai, Ajwain, Methi, Hing aur Cheeni, ye sab mile to bane rasoi.
Yummy, yummy in your tummy, these are Indian spices. Yummy, yummy in your tummy, these are Indian spices.
Different colors, different flavors, perfectly mixed will make some delicious dishes. Different colors, different flavors, perfectly mixed will make some delicious dishes.
Yummy, yummy in your tummy, these are Indian spices. Yummy, yummy in your tummy, these are Indian spices. Haldi,
Turmeric,
namak,
salt,
jeera,
cumin,
mirchi,
chili,
rye,
mustard seeds,
ajwain,
garum,
methi,
fenugreek,
hing.
asafoetida.
Yummy, yummy in your tummy, these are Indian spices. Yummy, yummy in your tummy, these are Indian spices. Yummy, yummy in your tummy, these are Indian spices. Yummy, yummy in your tummy, these are Indian spices. Yummy, yummy in your tummy, these are Indian spices. Yummy, yummy in your tummy, these are Indian spices.
Masala is from Falu's first children's record, which was called Falu's Bazaar. Over the break, Indian Spices was Poddington Bear, and Sitaram, Sitaram. That's a whole lot of fun. That is an oldie but goodie. That's Shantanu Moitra and Krishna Kumar. Falu is our guest today. She just won the Grammy for the best children's release. That's her release called A Colorful World. We'll hear more from that later, but we still have a lot more questions from the kids in our crew. Let's go to Amadeus.
What inspired you to start making children's music?
Becoming a mom. When I became a mother, in our culture, there is a saying, when a child is born, a mother is born, right? So they are both born at the same time. And my kid went to preschool and came home with questions like, Mom, why is our food yellow? And that's obviously because we use lots of spices and lots of turmeric. And we have a lot of aroma in our food. And he didn't understand it when he was 4 years old. So he wouldn't take the yellow rice that I would make for him to school, because he was like, my friends are saying, what is this yellow rice, right? So I didn't have any way to answer to him that this is a South Asian culture, which is so old, 3,000-4,000 years old, and you have inherited it so beautifully. Then he would say, why am I brown? And I'm like, because we come from a country called India, and everybody who's born there have brown skin and black hair. So all of these questions led me to start writing songs as answers to all of his questions that he brought home from preschool. And that's how my journey of writing music for kids started, because of all the questions that my boy asked me.
I love that. What a gift you're giving all kids doing that. And all of us who listen to you, because your voice is so beautiful. I want to play something here, the Hulululu Bus.
Bus goes to Hulululu, Hulululu Township. Bus goes to Hulululu, Hulululu Township. In the bus there were 2 Englishmen. In the bus there were 2 Englishmen. They were saying,
Hello, hello, hello.
they were saying,
Hello, hello, hello.
Bus goes to Hulululu, Hulululu Township. Bus goes to Hulululu, Hulululu Township. In the the bus there were two Chinese girls. They were saying,
Ni hao, ni hao, ni hao.
they were saying,
Ni hao, ni hao, ni hao.
Bus goes to Honolulu, Honolulu Township. Bus goes to Honolulu, Honolulu Township. In the bus there were two Spanish boys. In the bus there were two Spanish boys. They were saying,
Hola, hola, hola.
they were saying,
Hola, hola, hola.
Bus goes to Honolulu, Honolulu Township. Bus goes to Honolulu, Honolulu Township. In the bus there were two Japanese girls. In the bus there were two Japanese girls. They were saying,
Konnichiwa, konnichiwa, konnichiwa.
they were saying,
Konnichiwa, konnichiwa, konnichiwa.
Bus goes to Honolulu, Honolulu Township. Bus goes to Honolulu, Honolulu Township. In the bus there were two Indian boys. In the bus there were two Indian boys. They were saying,
Namaste, namaste, namaste.
they were saying,
Namaste, namaste, namaste.
Isn't that beautiful? That's our guest, Falu, who's with us today on the show. She just won the Grammy for the Best Children's Release. Oh, I love that.
You know what you like about that song is the microtones. So in our music, there are more than 12 notes. Notes that are not on the piano between the white and the black key, we have them. For instance, you will hear a minor third. Let me show you how that works, right? So la la la, all of those microtones I have incorporated and brought it to my kids' albums so kids can hear more than 12 notes. So in Hulululu, you will hear the nuances of that style of music that I've learned. So bus goes to Hulululu, Hulululu, Lulu.
Yeah, it's not really all the way down a half step.
Order steps, right? So bus goes to Hulululu, Hulululu Township. In the bus, all of those things, they are very subtle nuances from the eastern part of the world. And I wanted to introduce those to you guys, to kids, to make you aware of scales that are not always played in America, but that they exist in the other part of the world, that there are more than 12 notes. In Indian music, there are 22 notes, and in Arabic music, there are 44 and more notes. So out there, there's a lot of notes that we don't even know how to listen to. The first album was just a little introduction to explore the different notes from the world.
And maybe could you do a scale of 22 notes?
Yeah, of course. Okay. So let me demonstrate you the very, very minor third and the very, very minor sixth. So if you have do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? That's your scale. A normal scale, everybody knows do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, right? In Indian language, the name of that solfege is a little different, and we call it sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. That is how we sing. I'll do it one more time. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. In those third and the sixth, okay? So Sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa sa dha ni pa ni pa ga ma re sa.
Beautiful. You're listening to the Children's Hour. That's Falu. She's our guest, and we're going to play a lot more from her. This is coming off of her Grammy-winning release, A Colorful World.
Crayons are wonderful. They come in every color. They let us paint a world for you and me. Colors and their shades are there for one another. Together in a box, they live with ease. We dream, we paint, we play with colors. We dream, we paint, we play and live. It's magical, it's beautiful, the way the colors get along. It's magical, it's beautiful, the way the colors get along. Crayons are wonderful, they come in every color. They let us paint a world for you and me. It's crayons nature, they color and contour. They paint 1,000 worlds for us to see. We dream, we paint, we play with colors. We dream, we paint, we play and live. It's magical, it's beautiful, the way the colors get along. It's magical, it's beautiful, the way the colors get along. It's magical, it's beautiful, the way the colors get along. It's magical, it's beautiful, the way the colors get along. Crayons are wonderful.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. How I wonder what you are. Go.
Ow. Oh, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. How I wonder what you are. Oh, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. How I wonder what you are.
You fool!
Everybody is a fool, baby. Everybody is a fool, baby. सभी से जवानी में होती प्यार की भूल, बेबी. होती प्यार की भूल, बेबी. Oh, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. How I wonder what you are. समझे मैडम?
What?
ओ सीधा कर दूंगा वट बेबी. ओ सीधा कर दूंगा वट बेबी. यू मेम पश्चिम की ते मैं पूरब का जट बेबी. ते मैं पूरब का जट बेबी.
All right, I'll teach you something else.
सखाओ जी.
Singing I, P-P-I. Singing I, P-P-I.
चंगा.
Oh, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Fetch a pail of water. Oh, Jack and Jill went up the hill.
You idiot!
मैं नहीं, तू है idiot baby. मैं नहीं, तू है idiot baby. नारी होके पिए विस्की और पिए सिगरेट बेबी और पिए सिगरेट बेबी और ट्विंकल ट्विंकल लिटिल स्टार हाउ आई वंडर व्हाट यू आर हाउ आई वंडर व्हाट यू आर
What do you want?
I want a chance baby I want a chance baby फिर देख मेरी ताल पे कैसे करेगी तू डांस बेबी कैसे करेगी तू डांस बेबी ओ ट्विंकल ट्विंकल लिटिल स्टार हाउ आई वंडर व्हाट यू आर हाउ आई वंडर व्हाट यू आर
Up about the world so high, like the diamond in the sky, like the diamond in the sky.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Jack and Jill went up the hill. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
In the background from a CD called Putumayo Presents India, this is Satish Vyas with Homeward Journey. And you heard Asha Bhosle and Mahendra Kapoor. That's from a movie soundtrack, in case you couldn't tell, called Purab Aur Pachim. And that was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, done Bollywood style. And before that, from the best children's release this year on the Grammys, that was Falu. And the release is called A Colorful World. That was Crayons Are Wonderful. We've got a lot more with Falu right after this. You're listening to the Children's Hour. We'll be right back. The Children's Hour produces learn-along guides that cite and meet national education standards for many of our episodes. Find them at childrenshour.org/podcasts. Thanks to the Outpost Performance Space in Albuquerque, New Mexico for hosting the Children's Hour. Support for the Children's Hour is provided by United Way of North Central New Mexico. Support provided by New Mexico Arts, a division of New Mexico Department of Cultural Affairs and the National Endowment for the Arts. Support provided by the City of Albuquerque and the Urban Enhancement Trust Fund. Bernalillo County is a proud supporter of the Children's Hour. Many thanks to the users at tokenibis.org, who direct funds to the Children's Hour every week.
यारा सिली सिली बिरहा की रात का जलना यारा सिली सिली यारा सिली सिली ओ यारा सिली सिली बिरहा की रात का जलना छुड़ियों से जोड़ू ये कलाई मैं पिछली गली में जाने क्या छोड़ आई मैं हाँ टूटी हुई चूड़ियों से जोड़ू ये कलाई मैं पिछली गली में जाने क्या छोड़ आई मैं बीती हुई गलियों से बीती हुई गलियों से फिर से गुजरना यारा सिली सिली बिरहा की रात का जलना यारा सिली सिली डोला सिली सिली यारा डोला यारा डोला यारा डोला ओ यारा
Yara is Falu and Karishma. That's from a CD called Someday. And you're listening to the Children's Hour. Our guest is Falu. She just won the Grammy for the best children's release. And we're just delighted she's with us right now. The kids still have a lot more questions for you.
How old were you when you started writing music?
When I started writing music, I was 18. When I started singing, I was 3.
Did you come from a musical family that knew that you had talent at 3 years old, or did you just come out singing like an angel and your family said, wow, Falu has talent?
No, my mother is a singer. So yes, I come from a very musical family. My mom was a classically trained singer and she used to sing in a national radio like NPR in India. And my grandma was also a singer, but she never made in that time, those times, they couldn't like sing, publicly. So she used to sing and coach my mom. And then my mom started singing professionally. And then the minute I opened my mouth and I sang 7 notes, she's like, done. She's going to be my disciple and she's going to learn. And then she started training me since I was not even speaking when I started singing. I was that young.
Wow, that is really a baby practically. Did you have children's music that you listened to growing up in India?
Let me share with you something really shocking. Children's music genre does not exist in India. I'm the first one to introduce it to my country.
What?
No, there is no concept like that. We have nursery rhymes that we are passed on from generations to generations. Grandma singing goes to us in our languages, but there is not a community of artists that will sit down, keeping kids in mind and write for them. It does not exist. And I have been interviewing with a lot of Indian publications because I want to bring this genre to India, to my own country, because children there listen to Bollywood music. And sometimes it is not always appropriate for their age with the lyrical parts of what they're listening. So I'm trying to completely shift the paradigm and have them think about what their kids are listening. Because when we give them thoughts of unity, diversity in mind, inclusion, acceptance, and tolerance, this world is going to be a better place because they are the future citizens. And the values we give them in their childhood blossoms and makes this place better for everybody. So I'm trying my hardest to present and introduce and inspire young artists like myself to write music for kids in my country.
What is your favorite part about singing?
My favorite part about singing is that I totally forget the world. I go in my own little world of 7 notes, 12 notes, 22 notes, whatever we want to call it. And I forget about the war that is going on, the COVID that's infecting us, the problems that everybody has in their daily lives. When you go to music and listen and you absorb the positive energy that musical notes give you, everything else is okay. Life is okay. And the peace and happiness that I get when I sing is something I never want to lose.
Speaking of happiness, this is Falu's song Happy from the Grammy-winning CD A Colorful World right here on the Children's Hour.
How do I know when my ears are happy? 'Cause I hear my favorite song. My feet start tapping and I start clapping and I want to sing along. Let's clap, clap if you're happy. 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 How do I know when my fingers are happy? 'Cause they wiggle up in the air. They wiggle to the sky, they wiggle to the ground, they wiggle just anywhere. Let's wiggle if you're happy. 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 How do I know when my teeth are happy? 'Cause I smile bright and wide. You can see me giggle, you can see me laugh. My teeth don't wanna hide. Let's laugh if you're happy. 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 How do I know when my heart is happy? 'Cause it beats like a little drum. It makes me dance, it makes me jump. I'm having so much fun. Let's dance if you're happy. 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 How do I know if my hips are happy? 'Cause they want to do the twist. They twist to the left, they twist to the right. Yes, you can twist like this. Let's twist if you're happy. 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 You are happy, happy, happy. You are happy, happy, happy. You are happy. You are happy. You are happy, happy, happy. You are happy, happy, happy. You are happy. You are happy. You are happy.
That's Falu. She's our guest. That's the Grammy-winning release called A Colorful World. Melissa has our next question.
What are you doing to keep the traditional cultural music into kids, to not only American kids, but also to kids in India?
So the way we learn music is not anything like an American kid would learn music, you know? Here you have schools, they go to Berklee School of Music and there's institutions. It's just now that India is starting to have schools, but our music traditionally, since 5,000 years, have been handed and passed on from one generation to the other. I am the 11th generation of carrying on this traditional classical North Indian music, and I am passing it to my son, who is a 12th generation, a kid from America, New York, born at Cornell Hospital. He is actually really learning and deeply putting himself in this ocean of Indian classical music, because if he doesn't do it, he will not be able to pass it on, and my school of music will die. So it is a responsibility of anybody who learns this music to pass it on. We do it orally. We do not write our music. So, you know how Mozart's compositions can be passed on by just reading? We don't read, we memorize everything. So if I know 1,000 scales and improvisation of those scales on the spot. And that is what we learn. So for instance, you have a major scale, right? Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. What permutations and combinations you can spontaneously create and improvise in that scale is what we are trained for. A little bit like jazz, but not really jazz. So for instance, if you take 4-5 notes, sa re ga ma pa, what can you do in the 4/4 beat? 1 2 3 4 1 2. Sa re ga ma pa ma ga re sa re sa ga sa re sa ma sa re sa pa sa re sa ga sa ma ga re ga ma ga sa re sa re ga ma ga sa re ga ma ga sa re sa pa, anything like that, right? So that is our training, because we don't read and we're not allowed to repeat a variation or a permutation or a combination. So if I do sa re ga ma, I cannot repeat that again.
So you're not allowed to repeat in the same song?
If you are taking a combination of notes, right, sa re ga ma, one time, in that whole song, you cannot repeat that. You have to be creative and innovative and make combinations and create permutations and phrasings that are different. You have to put your emotion, aesthetics, your imagination. It's called khayal, imagination of what you think that scale can look like.
Our guest today on the Children's Hour has been the extraordinarily talented Falu. Her recent release, A Colorful World, won the Grammy for Best Children's Release just a couple weeks ago. Falu, before we let you go, do you have any parting advice for the kids listening?
Yes. My son wants to be an astronaut and he wants to go to the space. And he wants to make Mars the best tourism, next center for tourism, right? And I want him to become an Indian musician. So he says, Mom, I'm going to sing on space in the stars, in Mars. And why is that not nice? Then I think about it and I say, yes, for a child to go anywhere, there should be no limit for music to just be bound on earth. Music is universal and it has no boundaries. So for all of you, your life should have no boundaries, should have no limits. Don't feel afraid to pursue your dream. If a girl from Mumbai can come to America, learn the language, learn the culture, learn how to write songs in English, learn how to keep her heritage and share everything else that she has imbibed, you can do it too. Dream big, never give up. The sky is also not the limit, but the universe is here to listen to your voice. So if you have a story, please share it, say it, don't be afraid, take the risk, go far. And if you fall, we will be here to hold you.
Great advice from Falu, our guest, the Grammy winner this year. Thanks for being with us, Falu.
Thank you for having me.
This is Nicodemus with Falu right here on the Children's Hour. This encore edition of the Children's Hour was recorded in 2022 when Falu won the Grammy for Best Children's Release.
Children's Hour is produced by the Children's Hour Incorporated, a New Mexico nonprofit.
Our show was written by Katie Stone with lots of help from all of us on the kids crew.
You can find photos, links, learn-along guides, and more about us at childrenshour.org.
Many thanks to Falu for being with us on the show today. You can find today's playlist at childrenshour.org. Look for this episode, Falu. We also had production help from Christina Stella.
Find our podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, or go to our patreon.com/The Children's Hour.
Or ask your smart speaker to play the Children's Hour podcast.
We post our photos and more on Instagram and Facebook. Find us at TCH Radio.
Our theme music was written by C.K. Barlow.
The Children's Hour is distributed by PRX, the Public Radio Exchange, and by the Pacifica Radio Network.
Thanks for listening to the Children's Hour, Kids Public Radio.